You will go for that interview and you will succeed at it because you are listening to what I have to share with you. I am coming to give you interview tips that you need to know before you walk into that interview session. This is the Dask Education Consult, and I'm EduDask. I will help you with your educational needs. I will also secure you an admission, scholarship, and visa abroad to climb up your academic ladder to achieve your intellectual prowess. But as of now, take note of these tips and be advised and be prepared for the interview day. Preparation before interview day. What do you have to do? You've submitted an application for work. You've submitted an application for unemployment. To put together your CV, you put together a cover letter, you put together all materials that were or is relevant for your employment, for your position. You have all that put in place, and that you've been invited for that interview. You've been invited to come confirm what you have presented to us. Come tell us what you have on paper. It is your responsibility to be informed with what you have on your paper, so that you go prepared. You must ensure that the following are known and clear to you. The date of the interview. You should know when you are going for the interview. The date. Take note of the timelines. Where is the interview going to be scheduled? You don't want to be asking around. You might be advised that you go in search of the place of the interview a day before the interview day, if you are not sure of the location. But also note why they want you to come for the interview. Why do they want you to come for the interview? To the extent that you are able to identify that you are well prepared for that, make preparation, put in place preparations, and be so prepared. You must be well prepared. Your preparation for the interview cannot be overemphasized. Be prepared for the interview. Now, what are some of the things that are going to make you prepared? About yourself. Know about yourself. Know about who you are. What's your name? What's your age? What's your educational background? What's your work experience? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the resources that are at your disposal? What are your opportunities? Know yourself. Know everything about yourself, so that you are better presented to them. Most of the time, people are refused jobs because they do not give their best to the interview panel, to the employer, to the human resource manager. They do not give, or as well, they are unable to sell themselves. The day of interview is a day of selling. You are selling yourself. Notice that you are selling yourself. You are selling your competencies. You are selling your strength. And you are asking the employer to buy into it, and that you can be resourceful to the employer. You cannot sideline this. You are selling yourself. That day you are selling yourself. But you might want to make sure that you sell yourself even more resourcefully. The second point is that know your area of study. You are going for an interview, and you are going to be asked about your area of study. Your area of study with regards to your academics. Your area of study with regards to your job experiences, your previous job experiences. Know those areas of studies. Now you might want to prove authoritative in this dispensation, in this disciplines, and take note of the terminologies and the concept, the theories, the practices, and sell yourself as relevant to them. They should see you as relevant. So if you are an economic student and you want to be employed in the academic world, or you want to be employed in the academic world, the corporate academic world, you might want to take note of these differences and know how you can better present yourself. Know your area of study. The third point is that know about the organization that you want to go and work in. research about it. Know about the organization. Know about the organizational goals. What are the mission? What is the mission statement of the organization? You should know. Abreast yourself with this know-how. Appear knowledgeable. Let them know that you're actually interested in the organization and that you really want to be there. Now you can demonstrate this with your ability to tell them about what they stand for and what their missions are and how you can relate to it. You will need to know about the organizational rules. The fourth point is that be abreast, be current. But you see, even as a person, you have to stay current. You have to be updated. Even more relevant is when you are going for an interview. Be updated with regards to current issues. What is trending? What is with regards to what appears dominant in the economic world, in current affairs, in national issues, in international affairs. What appears dominant? How does your role as a prospective employee come in, and also how does it align with the organizational goals? You should be able to draw that relationship. Connect the dots. It will make you stand out. You will leave an impression on their mind. So the extent that you're able to connect this dot. You see, gather when you are going on the day of an interview, gather all relevant application materials. The applications that you have sent to them already, take them along also. You might need to make references. So you see, when you are asked a question, you could tell the employer, you could tell the HR manager that you would have to make reference. So you reference. They might ask you about a particular question that you might not have of head. It is okay to reference. You understand? That's why we have reference, and that's why when you put together an academic material, you reference. It is okay. So be in a position to be able to reference. And that's if you are asked how you address a particular topic and you are not very sure, you can tell the HR that you will make reference and you will update yourself and so that you can deliver and meet better serve the needs of the client, or as it were, the customer. You will want to do this when you go for the interview, on the day of the interview, when the date comes, when the date and time and the venue, you are there. You are at the interview place. You see, dress well, put together. You don't have to dress extravagantly, but just make sure that you look straight. Put together your clothes, iron your clothes, make sure they are in order. Get a watch. Let them know that you are time conscious. Be at the venue on time. And be abreast with the day's news, current affairs. What is on the news? What is on the daily graphic? What is on the media? What is be so informed. Carry along the relevant materials and be at peace with yourself. Be at peace with yourself and be going through the things that you have prepared yourself in. The area of your academic background, of your work background, familiarize yourself with it, meditate on them, be abreast with them, make sure that it is in your mind. During the interview, on the day of the interview, before you walk into the interview office, be mindful of the fact that first impression counts. You see, and first impression has to do with your looks, your smile, how you are carrying yourself, how confident do you look. First impression, it will give them an impression about you, that you are up and doing, and that you are the man, you are the woman for the job, and that it is you that they are looking for. Give them that impression, first impression. Be cheerful, be smart, be at peace with yourself. If you are at peace with yourself, it will show on your face. And so you will also do that by greeting them courteously, greet them politely, greet them with their titles. Do you know them by name? Would you want to refer them by their titles, their position, and add their surname? But by all means, make sure that you greet them courteously and respectfully. You would want to do that. Now, you don't want to prove, if you like, coward, and take a seat. You don't want to prove arrogant or proud and take a seat even when you've not been asked to take a seat. No, don't do that. Ask for them to ask you to sit before you sit, because by far they might want you to sit in a particular position, a particular place for the interview. So always let them show you the way, give them the benefit of the doubt, and when they invite you, then you can now sell yourself. But until then, follow their lead. Listen attentively to the panel, listen to their questions, and provide the right answers. Listen to them attentively. Your inability to listen might go against you. You might be asked one thing and you are talking about the next thing. These are simple, basic things that you will not want to take for granted. Just to make sure that, and you will take note of this, just to make sure that you are successful at the interview day. Listen to them, and anytime that they speak something that you don't get, ask them to repeat it politely. Your interview, you might go through an interview that might be a panel asking you questions. So you will ask, how about if the panel, two people are asking me question one at a time? See what I think you can do. Listen attentively and answer the questions. Do not panic. Do not panic. They can't scare you at all because you have come prepared and you know your background. You are resourceful, and you are not going to panic. Keep your composure. Keep your posture in shape. Answer the questions confidently. But of course, do not scream. Do not shout. Just be confident with it. Ensure that you provide true and realistic answers. Let them know that you want to give them the accurate answer. Most especially about yourself. Don't be contradicting yourself. The interview might take a while. To the extent that you are giving inaccurate answers, there's a possibility that you will contradict yourself later on. Stick and stay with the truth. But after the interview will come to an end. The interview will come to an end after you have proved yourself worthy. It will come to an end. When it does, thank the panel. Thank the panel and tell them that you are grateful and that you are looking forward to hear from them and that you want to be of service to them. Live the promise, and be positive with the whole arrangement, with the whole interview, and get the job. Now, these are generic factors I've shared with you. Now, be advised that in my capacity as an admission scholarship and visa securer, I've told you that I also address all other academic content. I'm able to put together or as well fine-tune your CV to suit the specific destination or purpose you want it to serve at a specific point in time. Let me redraft your CV, fine-tune your CV, put together a cover letter, and advise you prior to the interview date. So that you are even more confident. Others have gone through the process. I've gone through the process even more significantly. I want to share my experiences with you. So the reason why you are not going to lose the job is because you didn't go prepared. You're going to lose the job because of some other external factors. But to the extent that it is about you, you are prepared because you have also taken a step to meet with me for a pre-interview session and also to take you through the required documentation. Be advised that my details, my contact details that are on your screen, I will respond to your messages when they come through. I'll respond and we'll make time and meet so our interests could be exchanged. I want to be of service to you. I want you to help you get that job. I've done it for others. It is your turn now. Let me hear from you and let's keep in touch. I love you more. Do well.